What's the biggest risk you ever took that actually paid off? I was 31, broke, newly divorced, and working the overnight shift at a gas station when I made the dumbest, riskiest decision of my life. And somehow, it worked. Every night from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., I stood behind bulletproof glass selling cigarettes, reheated burritos, and lottery tickets to drunk strangers. My degree in mechanical engineering was 5 years stale. My credit score was trash, and my ex-wife had taken the dog, the couch, and most of my dignity. I'd spend hours at that register just thinking about how fast everything had collapsed. But the worst part wasn't the job or the hours, it was the routine. The slow, grinding realization that I could do this exact thing for the rest of my life and no one would even notice. Then, one night around 3:15 a.m., a guy walked in wearing paint-splattered jeans and a hoodie that said, "You're not stuck, you're just scared." He grabbed a coffee, bought a protein bar, and noticed me sketching on a receipt pad behind the counter. "That yours?" he asked. "Yeah," I said, embarrassed. "Just messing around." I'd always been a doodler. Blueprints, layouts, ideas for weird inventions that never went anywhere. I showed him a little design I'd been working on for a collapsible bike rack that could mount inside a car trunk. He stared at it for a long time, then handed me his card. "I run a fabrication shop. We do small run production. If you ever want to prototype that, hit me up." He left. I almost threw the card away, but something told me not to. That morning, after my shift ended, I called him. We met for coffee, and he offered to let me use his shop's equipment after hours, free of charge. Said he believed in long shots. For 2 months, I worked every night at the gas station, slept 4 hours, then went to the shop and taught myself how to weld, cut, build. I turned my sketch into a real working prototype. Then a friend suggested I submit it to a startup competition for urban design tech. I figured it was a waste of time, but I entered anyway. 4 weeks later, I got an email saying I'd made the final round. I showed up to the event in a wrinkled shirt and borrowed blazer, standing next to teams of engineers in matching polos with PowerPoints and pitch decks. I just held up my bike rack and said, "I made this because I needed it. Maybe other people do too." I won $15,000 in seed money, plus 6 months of mentorship. We launched a small Kickstarter and hit our goal in 3 days. 2 years later, that idea turned into a full product line. Now we sell direct to consumer and licensed to 3 manufacturers. I still don't sleep much, and I still wear the same steel-toe boots every day. But I don't work behind bulletproof glass anymore. And sometimes I keep that hoodie, the one that guy was wearing, folded in my office. You're not stuck, you're just scared. He was right. I was terrified, but I wasn't stuck. I was just waiting for one stranger to look at my sketch and say, "Try."